Okay.
I told you we should have come out and covered everything.
We're Kaylee and Lindy. Each week we take you behind the scenes of our 2-acre permaculture homestead to show you what it's really like to grow your own food and develop a sustainable homestead property.
I believe we're wild and free. I feel so alive, so alive. When I go outside, I want it wide, cold and gray skies feel like winter for me. Oh, give me snow, give me snow, give me snow, let it fall on me in the city streets. Oh, give me snow, give me snow, give me snow, 'cause a little winter season is what I need.
It's the day after Christmas and it is a gorgeous snowy morning. We just finished up chores, so now we are going to go out and see how the garden fared. We didn't finish putting the greenhouse plastic, so the low tunnel covers on all of the beds yet because it's been Christmas. We've been busy and distracted. So let's check out the low tunnels, see how we did inside. Overall, everything looks really good inside. Obviously, it's still cold, so they are a little bit more, kind of like when you come out after a light frost and they're holding on to the moisture, they're a little bit more tender, but not bad. So I'm pretty impressed, and this was so easy to do. I do wish that we had the time to put up more of them, but with the holidays, we just didn't get to it. But at least we have one, and we know how it works. I might dust off some of the veggies. Most of them are pretty cold hardy, and it hasn't been super cold. It's just been snowing, but it is supposed to drop down to about, the teens tonight for the lows. So I might dust things off, see how they look, and maybe put a couple more covers on today just to try it and see what we can get.
Okay.
I told you we should have come out and covered everything.
Did you ever think you would be brushing your garden off?
Oh, this isn't my first time. Oh, look at her. She's trying.
Is it a flower?
Calendula.
Oh my god, that's the saddest flower I've ever seen. Oh.
Here, let's just...
Aw, golly.
I've got them dusted off. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think they're gonna make it? The calendula is obviously not. That's a broccoli that's supposed to overwinter undercover. And then my cabbages. I think they might pull through. What do you think?
I don't know, I just feel really bad for the flower.
The little calendula flower? Yeah. Let us know in the comments what you think, if they're gonna pull through or not, and then we can post an update in a couple weeks once we see how they do. Okay, so I finally have everything covered. I think we're ready for winter. Maybe a little bit late, but hey, better late than never.
Oh, give me snow, give me snow, give me snow, let it fall on me in the city streets. Oh, give me snow, give me snow, give me snow, 'cause a little winter season is what I need.
Okay, I've put it off as long as I can, but it's time to start in on chores. So Gonna check on all the animals. It is gorgeous out here. Absolutely gorgeous. Let me turn you around. First thing we're gonna do is water. So I need to turn on the lights in the pump house. We have one in the pump house and one in the barn to help keep the lines from freezing. Again, I should have done this last night, but oh well, I spaced it. It's not bad in here. It feels pretty warm, so. But we'll keep that light on just to help, and then we'll go turn on the one in the barn.
Got food.
Okay, light bulb number 3. Let's hope. Oh, there we go. All right, so we have the light bulb, and then there's also some heat tape that's plugged in, and that just helps keep. This is our main faucet for outside here in the barn, and so it does make a big difference. But again, she's not going to be working for a while until it thaws out. It's 19 degrees right now. It's warming up to about 25 today, so it's not terrible. And honestly, most animals do really well with the cold if they have shelter and they can stay dry. Luckily, it's not raining or snowing today, so we shouldn't have an issue with that. Most chickens are actually really good. Most breeds can handle the cold very well. Obviously, the most important thing is actually ventilation. You don't want it to be damp. Our chickens are in the barn. We do have the tractor chickens, but as I showed, their coop has lots of ventilation out the top. And our ones in here do really well. And they're lucky to have the coop in the barn, which keeps things much more secure, much warmer, and much easier to handle during the winter. They're obviously not getting snow drifts blowing in and things like that. So we're pretty lucky with this setup. But they're still getting active, and their coop is plenty big that they can even be active inside the coop. But I do give them lots of extra food during this time. So I kind of feed more throughout the day rather than giving them like a bigger meal in the morning. I kind of do smaller meals throughout the day. Good morning, chickens. All right. All right, we're gonna go check on the tractor chickens, see how they're doing this morning in this winter wonderland. The sun's coming out. The garden is completely buried. How do they look?
She frozen.
Frozen eggs. Hi guys, how we doing? So far so good. We'll get you all some foods. Get you something warm to eat.
I was born to leave it down in history. Work for myself 'cause I made your league. I got these good vibes coming over me. My future's golden. See the sunlight breaking through the trees, running into another beautiful dream. I got these good vibes coming over me. My future's golden. Hey! Feeling good, it's a beautiful day. Feeling good, it's a
When it's cold like this, one of the best things we do for the goats is to actually feed them smaller amounts throughout the day. Same thing with the horses. For the goats with the rumen, the rumen basically acts as a furnace. So when it's firing, it's going to keep their body heat a lot warmer. So that's why we make sure that they have lots of feed throughout the day. And with the horses, it also really helps with their boredom. So they're less likely to walk through a fence when they don't have, you know, all that brain stimulation that they normally have from their natural grazing habits. We have to kind of replace that. So we give them, again, smaller amounts throughout the day to give them something to do and to keep them from getting bored when the ground is covered with snow. The coats are completely frozen. So I'm actually gonna put these in the greenhouse, I think, and hang them in there. Warm them up and let them dry out. And I'm gonna feed the horses in their stalls this morning, since they clearly aren't going back in their clothes. The horses do really well in the cold. We obviously have the ponies, and then we have these guys, and they are halflingers. They get that really fuzzy coat, kind of like the ponies do, and they do really, really good in the cold conditions. It's just important that we're keeping them dry and keeping them fed, keeping them entertained. Those are actually the most important things. Their coats are only a 50 fill. There are different fill ratings depending on how much padding you want in the coat. And so we just do a 50 fill. That's usually great here for all winter long. It keeps them dry, keeps them warm. And again, they get so fuzzy that, oh, I just love to like dig my hands in because they're so fuzzy and warm. Look at that. One of the things we really try to do when it's this cold is make sure that the animals have fresh water. So we change it out several times a day to keep it at a temperature where they are more likely to drink it. That actually really helps reduce the risk of colic. So you want to kind of keep it between like 45 to 65, somewhere in there. Taking a bath? Oh. It might be winter when your bathtub is filled with water buckets.
I haven't done this in so long.
I know. We're very lucky to have an outside hot cold water faucet, but it's frozen, of course. I'm just grateful that we still have running water and we have electricity.
Feeling good, it's a beautiful day. Feeling good, it's a beautiful day. The sunshine is here to stay.
Okay, so everyone is fed, so I'm going to go inside, have some coffee, warm up really quick. Just gonna enjoy the snowy day.
Feeling good, it's a beautiful day. Feeling good.